mic is working.
Hey everybody. Most of you won't see this right away. What I mean is, you may not be watching it live, but you'll see it. You'll see it shortly, or you'll see it eventually when you click on it. We're going to get rolling here in just a second. I just want to make sure. Okay, good.
I'm not sure if audio is picking up on.
It should be. Check, 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 check.
Yeah, here's that.
Check, check. Okay, let me see. Just the audio. Check, check. Oh, it's a 30. Yeah, it's a 30-second delay.
Ah, duh.
Sorry, I didn't tell you that ahead of time.
But I don't know how to check comments.
Okay, so you'll have to see them here on the big screen. See the right here.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. we're trying to figure all this out.
It's our first live.
So this is the bottom feed is what's happening now. That's the delay.
Cool.
I had to put the latency on there so that as I'm learning to do it. I know none of you care about any of this, and I don't think there's anyone watching currently live anyway. So we're learning to do live streaming. So for anyone watching, thank you for being patient. All right. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for being patient. So what's the big deal? Why are we doing this? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, we wanted to let you guys know some of the new things that we're going to be doing, and we felt like it was really important. So I'm going to get to that in just a second. In addition to some of the new stuff that we're going to be doing, that's my list of things to cover. We're also going to be talking about, what was the whole idea behind Connecting Point in the first place, and then some upcoming news, as well as some final stuff at the end. And we may discuss a few things if we have time, or if any of you watching end up writing in questions in the comments section, you're welcome to do that. And I won't answer them right away because I want to cover the initial news first. But fear not, we'll get to those questions.
Yeah, at the end we are going to read all the comments. So if you're here live, welcome. Please say hello in the comments.
Yes, please let us know you're here so that we know. All right.
Let us know if you brought your dog and a beverage.
Oh yeah, we forgot our dog. We're supposed to bring our dog. You want to go get our dog?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, if you don't mind, or I'll go get our dog. Do you want to talk? All right, you go get the dog.
Okay.
Or you want me to get him?
No. I'm just saying.
Well, we said people bring their dogs.
He won't be too excited.
He's a dog.
It's only right Brady joined this live, right?
Right.
Party? Okay. I'm gonna go get them.
Right.
Do you need your beverage?
No, I've got a frosty beverage of water here
I'm gonna
somewhere.
get the doggy.
There it is. All right. So I won't say anything important without you. All right. Here's the scoop, guys. All the important stuff you need to know right now. Just kidding. Okay. So what is new? Well, what we've been doing is working on a bunch of new videos for you, and you can't see it in the video right now. I'm almost scared to show you because I guess you can see it. Yeah, in that area right there, you may be able to see the whiteboards that we have. We've got 4 of them in the room, so we're constantly using them for everything from writing out arguments to... There he is. Hey, buddy.
It's a party.
He doesn't know what's going on, but there you go, bud. And scratch. So
I'm not want to take him outside sometime during the live. No?
All right. Yeah, if we need to. Yeah, don't forget to walk your dogs in the
Okay.
live stream if you need to. All right. Hey, bud.
I can take him now or later.
We'll take it later.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, here we go. So let's talk about what we're doing here. With a lot of the new stuff that we've got going on, a lot of it revolves around questions that folks have been writing in, and so we're going to get to some of that in just a bit. But we've got a lot of new content. I want you to stay tuned. So let's talk first about why Connecting Point. Why did we even start this ministry channel in the first place?
Yes, so Sean and I really think that Christian can be smart, right? We are smart people,
Try to
right?
be.
I really think that after all, we have the truth, we have the Holy Spirit speaking to us, but I think that there is this idea that Christians' faith and reason don't work together.
Yeah.
And we want to provide content that's going to help you thinking Christians to think logically, right? Anything to add?
No, I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah.
There was a strong desire from us to do that, and modeling our channel on others that have similar content that they put out. Now, of course, much more popular. Men like William Lane Craig and his ministry Reasonable Faith, or Dr. Gary Habermas, Mike Licona, I think, who has his PhD. Most of these men do. Even, Dr. Michael Heiser, and many, many, many more. Ravi Zacharias, and the list just keeps going. So we wanted to sort of bridge that gap, though. A lot of these guys, when they talk, particularly in the philosophical arena, I've noticed go right past people. And it's not because people aren't intelligent, it's that if you're not trained in philosophy, logic, and all these different things, some of this can just go right past you. And or it shares similar language with other fields, and what can happen is you think that they're referring to something when they say knowledge or truth, and yes, they do mean knowledge and truth, but they may mean it in different ways than those that aren't trained in these areas. And so you sort of have philosophy as the overarching discipline, and then logic, epistemology, metaphysics, ethics, and sometimes you have like philosophy of politics. That's not what I want to say.
I want to say science, but that's not what you're thinking.
No. I'm thinking of like philosophy of politics, but politics isn't the right word. Anyway, get the idea. So those are sort of the subdisciplines of philosophy. And so if you're not trained in a lot of that, then it can be easy for a lot of that to go right past you when some of these gentlemen are talking. So it's really about bridging that gap. So what we did here with Connecting Point, our intention, our goal, is to teach about, again, apologetics as well as theology, but approaching it from a philosophic mindset. Now, we've got a video series coming up in the future. Well, I bumped the desk. Sorry, guys. We've got a video series coming up in the future dealing with faith and reason, and this is still to this day a hotly debated topic. In other words, where is philosophy's place in theology and the Bible and whatnot? And so we want to talk about that. Also, we have a series coming up which should appear this week sometime, which is on faith and what it is. And I'm not going to give away anything else, but just to say that this is a very detailed video. I started to say series, and it is a whole series dealing with faith, starting with what faith is itself, and then moving forward. Did you have anything you want to talk about on that subject?
No, that's about it.
Oh, come on.
Besides, I'm not sure how much I want to give away. So that's
what you mean about the reason for that particular video?
What's going to be in it? What's going to be in it?
I can give them a taste. That's why I was actually stalling for... Let me see if I can add something for you guys. Give me 1 second while Erica finds something to tell you about, and I will try to upload something just for you if I can find it.
Yes, so I if you're a Christian, or even if you're not Christian, actually you have heard about leap of faith, right? And it made us wonder, is faith always this taking a leap of thing to unknown? I mean, what is that even about if you think about that?
Yeah.
What is it that we have a faith in? If we have a faith in something, is it really a blind faith? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so then I wanted to kind of explore the answer.
Yeah, we get that a lot. We had a gentleman telling us what faith was, and
Yeah.
in one of our social media accounts, we use them as a platform occasionally, mainly to not so much as an apologetic method, but really just a dialogue with folks to get ideas for material that we're going to be producing. And we, of course, we do interact with folks when we do that, but this particular gentleman, I believe it was based on the name, and I won't give away his actual name, but I'll call him Bob. That's not his real name, unless he gave us a fake name, in which case, who knows, that could be his real name. Yeah. Sorry, Bob. But at any rate, Bob was sort of defining faith a certain way, and we said, no,
Yeah.
faith means this, and Bob came back and said, no, it means this.
No. So, yeah.
And
So I think there's a strong this belief, thought that
Yeah.
faith has to be this blind thing, because if you know it, how can it be faith?
yeah,
I think that's how
Well,
people think.
and we'll talk about that in the video. I don't want to give it away, but that is a question that we discuss in the video, which is, or a topic that is a focus, which is the idea, not only is faith blind, but is it a source of knowledge? In other words, does faith give us some sort of knowledge beyond things that we already know about? And I don't want to, I'm trying to be very careful what I say so as not to give away the whole thing here. I don't want to mess this up, so if we won't lose the feed, but if a different screen loads here, guys, don't let it scare you, okay? It's because I'm loading up a new, I'm using what's called OBS. If those of you who've ever used it know what it is. And I need to upload a document on OBS.
Oh,
Yeah. And see, what they see is on this side, but if I do this, I'll give you a little taste. What? Yeah, that's what now you should be seeing the Logos screen there, and that's some of what we're working on in the.
yes, we like geeky stuff.
Yeah, we really do geek out over this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We do. So that's just a little taste of it. I have a document that we did that I was trying to show you. I thought it was in that window I had loaded up, but I don't see it there. And this document, PDF that I'm making for you, is going to have the word study on faith, Greek stuff, all kinds of things. Now don't worry if you don't have any formal Greek training or anything like that. You don't panic.
Yeah,
it's
we
okay.
are here to make your job easier for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So the good news is it will all be it'll all be in the document. It'll be simple, but you'll have it so you can understand what we understand in the sense of the idea that what faith is, what the Bible says faith is. Now this is another big thing, is that if somebody wants to argue with me about what faith is, that's their prerogative to do so. I get it. I mean, I can appeal to myself as a scholar, to other scholars, experts, whatever, but what does the Bible say? That's going to be the most critical thing, particularly when it comes to what Christian faith is. And if somebody wants to deny that definition, which is clearly portrayed in Scripture, and what the words, the underlying words there, how they're being used, well, there's nothing else I can provide for them. Yeah, that's their prerogative, but they'd have to remember that at that point they're being subjective. That's their opinion. When we give them all the data and the facts and whatnot, and they still want to deny that, then it's free. They're free to do that.
We cannot make anybody think, convince this
Yeah.
or that. It's up to each individual to assess and think, is this reasonable to believe or not? That is
Yeah.
up to each
Yeah.
individual.
Which is another video series we're going to be doing on, you didn't write it here, but on evidence and criteria for evidence and a few other things. And so as Christians, what evidence are and anyone really for that matter, when debating, when I say arguing, again, those of you who've watched our videos know I don't mean a fuss, a disagreement, but not a fight. All right, I'm talking about an argument as in a debate format. So when having that kind of discussion, if you will, you have to remember that there is certain criteria in terms of what is required for evidence, what kind of proof is necessary, those types of things. We'll be discussing that. That's the next video coming up after faith. Then we're going to be revisiting some topics that we did recently. Those videos will, because we've already done those topics and we're revisiting them, I'm not going to post that as a separate week. I'm going to include that in the other weeks that have material already coming out. I start school, I think, next month, so this is going to be challenging. It's hard to really keep up with all this. I have a lot of reading to do to finish my MDiv, Masters of Divinity, and then get rolling on my PhD. So, and I don't even know how much I have to do because the college and I are going back and forth with my previous education as far as what is going to be counted and then what's not. But I don't care either way. I'm doing it more for the knowledge than the degree. And I'm very excited about it. And then Erica's going back to school the month after that, so you'll be starting in April. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so we're both pretty busy.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I'm actually already busy studying all day.
Yeah, and that's another thing is that we geek out over this stuff. When we're doing these videos, folks, you can't see it in the shot there, but I mean, this is on an average evening what I'm studying for the videos, in addition to my background, and Erica as well. She's usually sitting in that chair over there. I'm sitting in this one. I'm working here. She's working back there. And when we're not teaching the kids and interacting with them, this is what we do. And I'm up till 2 a.m. most nights, sometimes 4, studying.
Yeah.
And it's not because we don't have the knowledge before we do these videos. It's because we want to make sure to go back and double check everything to give proper scholarly reference work to make sure that we're citing our sources correctly. Yeah, you guys can probably hear that's our neighbors. They're having a party tonight, so if you're hearing the bass go.
Do you want me to see if you can hear it? It's a party.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, you won't remember that there's a delay there, so whatever you're hearing, you won't hear for 30 seconds. So
not that I can control it.
yeah, it's all right. They're good people. It's just they don't realize how loud. And I've got this window that's behind the setup here has got rock wool insulation in it, and then that thick curtain you see in the videos. Normally the video's shooting this way towards the monitor, and you see that thick curtain. That's actually 2 sets of velvet curtains, and that's for sound insulation as well, because this room doubles as a music studio, if you can't tell by all the acoustic paneling that's going on in the room there. And that's why we moved from the room with the bookshelves to here, is because the audio is much better in here. And since the window is completely blacked out due to the insulation, the blinds, and everything else going on for audio control, what that does for us is it allows us to control the light in here at all times. So it's much easier. When we were shooting downstairs in the library, the problem was the window treatments down there were opaque. They allow light in. Well, during the day when you're reading, you don't care. But when you're trying to shoot a video and the light ratio keeps changing, it's a pain to try to edit the video and keep that constant. So anyway, so yeah, we've talked about 2 of the videos that are coming up, faith, and then also the one on evidence, preponderance of evidence, what types of evidence, and the need. We're going to be doing, I'm going to try to continue to do little short videos on different little tools of philosophy, so it should be fairly short, and or fallacies of logic and how that all plays into theology. But try to remember this, that don't feel like what I'm saying ever is that you should ignore the Bible and that philosophy somehow trumps the Bible. That's not the way it works. It's a method that we use of interpretation. Think of it that way. And I'll get into that in the Faith and Reason video. All right, so I hope you guys still watch that because it's going to be very detailed and I think worth it. I've got one of my books on my shelf. I've got tons of books on these topics. Books on just stuff you would even think of unless you're tuned into this stuff. Things like, what was the ones I've gotten? biblical epistemology. So truth and how it's looked at in the Bible, and 3 different volumes on that. So tons of resources for you guys, and how all of this relates. And it's very important because, again, a lot of folks put this stuff out as in apologetic resources, but if you don't understand what it is they're using, when you go to use it as an apologetic method, it can very easily backfire. And we don't want that for you, because if you don't understand what's meant by these things, what's meant by evidence, what's meant by proof, how these things are being thought of and how they're being used, it's very easy to miss that in the conversation, and as a result have the argument sort of blow up in your face, and we don't want that. We will be continuing our series on exegesis in the future. That's just sort of been put on the back burner for now, as a video that performed. That one did very poorly, and so we don't want to give you guys content that you're not interested in.
Bible study method.
Yeah, Bible study method.
It was titled. But if you do want to watch it, please let us know.
Yeah.
Because we are all about providing the material that you enjoy, and actually the things you can use and what you are interested in. So this is for you.
Yeah, that's right. It's not for us, because if it was just for us, we'd not do it. Let's see, what else? So, what do you... I gotta look and see what I had on there. Yeah, I don't remember now.
Sorry, that's all the note I saw.
Yep, that's okay. So, one last thing on this, yes. So, you can reach us through Twitter. I know, there were some other videos I forgot. Before I go to that, I had 2 requests on Twitter for videos. One was on using... Oh, man. Let me see if I can get to it.
Oh, do you want me to go to Twitter on my phone?
No, I'll have to go to our page, because I can't remember what it was that...
Okay.
I'll go there. I'll open it up. At any rate, there was a great request, 2 different requests for videos, and I believe they were both apologetic in nature. You guys can find us on our Twitter feed, and you're welcome to connect with us that way, or send us questions, or ask us for content, or whatever.
Yeah, we love our followers. So we are on Twitter. Sean is managing Twitter, and we are also on Instagram.
Yeah.
I am managing Instagram, and we actually do have Facebook, which is... Are we going to use the Facebook thing?
Facebook? Yeah, I don't know, because they sort of charge us to advertise to get people who are already on there to know about the content we're putting on there.
Yeah, so I guess we'll stick with Twitter and
Instagram
for now,
and
unless we get requests that people want to see us on Facebook. But do you want to read the questions?
Yeah, so these were 2 requests, yes.
Yeah.
So I won't say who asked for what, because they may not want me to do that. But there was one person asked for worldview in politics, and I think Christianity is the question there. And so yes, we will be doing one on that, particularly on worldview evaluation. I've been working on a method for that, and I found a book that I actually was a great book for, like, cumulative case method, which is a topic for a whole nother video. But if you look in this metaphysics book, it's talking about constructing a worldview there. If you can see that. And this is a great little book by Contours of Christian Philosophy by Stephen Evans. It's the series editor. I'm sorry, William Hasker is the one that did this one. And fantastic book. One of the few that I've seen on actually constructing a worldview in and of itself. Usually you'll find you'll find this content in an apologetic book, but it's usually fairly small, and sometimes, to be quite honest, confusing as to what it is they're trying to teach. Not all, just a few that I have in my library downstairs. So, at any rate, constructing a worldview, and for this particular question about worldview in politics and Christianity, I'll be doing.
Are you going to cover politics?
No. I think this is... I'll need to ask the individual that posted for a more specific detail when I get to it. But if I understand it, that one's coming after this other one that I'm going to mention now.
That was interesting.
Because this one came first, which was, can we provide an evidence for afterlife to non-believers outside the Scriptures? And so we're going to be discussing, can we do it? If we can, how?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've got a friend, I don't want to say who it is, he's a up-and-coming apologist. He's very good at what he does. The reason why I don't want to mention isn't because I'm ashamed of him or anything. It's because I don't want others hitting him up,
Yeah,
asking for
privacy.
help. Right, for privacy reasons. If they know that he's, we've established somewhat of a friendship, in the little bit of time I've had to communicate with him. But he's becoming I don't want to say a specialist, but he understands about the soul, and has been doing a tremendous amount of research, including getting to speak with J.P. Moreland about it, whose books we also have. So I'm going to be using him as a resource. Yeah, so
Nice.
I'm excited about that. So those are 2 or 3 possibly even videos just from all that right there.
Yes. Plus, I'm thinking about possibly doing scripture memory.
Scripture memory videos.
Possibly.
That's right. Erica's going to be doing those. Then responding to atheists that have been throwing out great questions. Some of them, one in particular who I'm going to mention by his screen name, which is Flake, right? Awesome guy. We love you, Flake. Really. We enjoy interacting with Flake. Flake does it right. And what I mean by that is he's polite and considerate, but he has no problem holding us to what we say and giving good argumentation for what he believes and asking us to do the same. And we enjoy that dialogue. As long as we're all being cordial, I don't mind at all. We don't mind people pushing us for why we believe what we believe and these sorts of things. That's what one of the things that we're here to do, is discuss these types of things, and not just discuss them with Christians. We're perfectly comfortable and happy speaking with atheists as well, or Buddhists or Muslims or anyone else. All we ask is no ad hominems, which means don't attack people personally, no hurling insults at one another. That won't fly here. Folks, we don't need to do that. Remember that an argument rises or falls on its own merit. So attacking the person, their education, that kind of stuff, it does no good. It's either considered, an ad hominem, a personal attack, ad hominem meaning to the man, or it's also can be considered a genetic fallacy when you say to somebody that your argument's no good because you're a Christian, or your argument's no good because you're an atheist, or because of your background. That's not how argumentation works.
Besides, it makes you look bad if you do that.
Yeah, it really does, because it sounds like what you're saying is, I'm scared of your evidence. Now, it's not the case. It just can sound that way. All right. And it is a fallacy of logic, folks. It's a fallacy of argumentation. We don't need to do that. We want to be rational about the way we argue, all of us. So just be cool, all right? And we're all going to get along great. And just because we don't have same worldview opinions or fact-based material doesn't mean we have to be enemies. That seems to be something that I've been hearing and seeing a lot online, and it's just not the case.
Yeah.
We should be treating one another with respect all around.
Definitely.
Yeah. So remember that, please. So we do have some videos coming up. Like I said, one based on evidence, preponderance of evidence, the types of evidence that you can use. There was one more I'm trying to remember. We'll also be responding to a lot of these questions, so either vis-a-vis our account here, videos. Eventually we'll be doing live Q&A sessions, and then we'll also be publishing articles on our website. So sometimes we may respond via a video, other times we may respond via a article. Now keep in mind, if you write us in and ask us, hey, that you just want to dialogue with us privately, we will do that. We will not release your information ever, no matter what. In other words, whether it's the video or the article, we're not going to put your name up. We're going to nickname you. All right. I don't think that's cool to do that to anyone. And we're going to put our answers out that way. But if you want us to keep it private, we will.
Yeah, our friend said he's actually interested in seeing the answer on video, so that's why we don't have a program about using the name. But if you don't want that, you can just tell us that please don't release my name, and we'll respect your privacy. And how can everybody send us those messages?
Great question. So, hey, you read my mind.
Yeah.
So you can do it a couple of ways. Again, our Twitter feed, our Facebook feed, I'm sorry, not our Facebook, well you could, but Twitter, our Instagram accounts, which I'll put links to below in this video.
Yes, let's put the link. But mine is right now, I'm sorry, I'm changing the Instagram handle to make it easier to type.
Okay.
So currently you can find us on Instagram if you type Erica, period, C, PM for Connecting Point Ministry. So that's our Instagram, so you can find us.
You already changed it then.
Yes.
Awesome.
I
Okay.
did.
Erica.cpm.
Yes. So
Awesome. Well, that's super easy.
find us.
So you could-
but Erica is K.
Oh, Erika.
Yes.
Good call. Yeah, it wouldn't be good if it was CA. Not that that wouldn't be a good name for you, but it wouldn't be good if they typed that. So, all right. So anyway, the other one is going to be our Twitter, which is, believe it or not, is a funny one. I say that because I don't know if Twitter did this or if I did it goofing up, but it's at connecting POIN instead of T. There's a 5 there, so I don't know if I hit. If you look where 5 and T are, they're close to one another on the keyboard.
So funny.
That could have been me messing up, or it could have just been that there's already another one, and so Twitter said, hey, you know what, we're going to give you a different, we're going to change the name a little. It's probably me messing up. So,
oh, well.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so you've got that, the Twitter and the Instagram, and then email, totally fine. It's connecting point POINTEMIN at Gmail. Okay, and so you can write us there as well. You can think of it as point with an E on the end, which is the French, believe it or not, the French way of spelling
So
it.
it's Connecting Point email?
It's EMIN, E-M-I-N.
Yeah, oh, okay.
So what it was supposed to be was Connecting Point Ministry, M-I-N, but I had to, that was taken. Can you believe a name that long was already taken on
yeah,
Gmail?
Gmail does that, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to put an E.
Everything's taken.
Yeah, I had to put an E in the middle there in order to, or to spread it out. So,
We love to hear from you.
yes, so please do. It doesn't matter whether you're Christian, atheist, again, Buddhist, Muslim,
Dogs.
dog. Yeah, that would be kind of. I'd love to see them type, but yeah, dogs, cats. We got to be fair. It doesn't matter if you have questions or you want to. I don't know if debate is the right word. Want to dialogue with us from an opposing viewpoint? We're fine with that. We have no problem with that whatsoever. Just please be sure to. Let us know how you, if you have a particular way you want us to dialogue, and we will. All right, folks. So I think we are done. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, that's it. It was fun to do this live stream.
Yeah. So look for more in the future, and in the future we will be doing these with a topic in mind that we're going to be discussing. So right now we just wanted to sort of make sure that everything's working correctly and get this going. Please share the channel. We appreciate everybody that's been on here. Like, we really need that. We need to get to 100, I think, subscribers for the first milestone. I forget what it is that we wanted to do, but YouTube said they've changed their format now. You have to have so many subscribers to do different things. So the next level of whatever it was I wanted to do, which has nothing to do with money, folks, we needed 100 subscribers for, I think.
To do something.
It was 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours, I think, or minutes. There's different milestones. So at any rate, we got to be able to meet that. So if you enjoy it, please share it and subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate that. Ring that bell so you can get notifications on when we're doing events like this. And anyone that's saying, wait, Sean, I thought this was going to be at 10 p.m. Yeah, I goofed. We got ready to log in, and I went, Erica, this is weird. It's still saying 10. It's saying 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And I realized that it thought we were on Pacific time, so I had to change that. So I apologize.
It's a good practice.
So if there's anyone watching now that has any questions, throw them out there. And that question's going to take about 30 seconds to get to you.
Everybody. We love it. You have to go potty.
I guess the dog has a question.
Yes, what's your question, buddy?
What do you want to ask, buddy?
Do you want to say hi?
Come here.
You want to say hi?
Say hi to everybody. You're not camera shy, are you? Yeah, he does.
Okay, I take him.
Okay.
I take him.
All right.
Sean, maybe you will stay, maybe not, but I'm going to take Brady out to go potty. Because he's been waiting patiently.
Thanks, babe. All right. So while Erica's doing that, like I said, if there's any questions, please throw them out there, and I will answer them now. Or I'll at least make an attempt to answer them anyway. Do my best. And I don't have a unifying theory of everything. Oh, Adam, why didn't I get notified, bro? I don't know. Adam, did you ring the bell? Did you ring the notification bell? I don't know, because you should have gotten notified. That's not good if you didn't. Yeah, when you folks. So it's a great question. If you subscribe to our channel, you have to ring the bell. Now, the person asking that question is very smart. I'm assuming he knows that. So, yeah, the I don't know why that happened. So there is a slow-mo setting on here, just so everyone knows. So I did that on purpose. There's a 30-second delay. I don't think I can change it now that the video is rolling. Let me see if I can. That's weird. Okay, it was supposed to be on there. Now it's not. So I don't know why that is. There's some weird stuff going on. Oh, you didn't. Okay, yeah. So hey, that's all right, brother. Because so Adam says he didn't ring the bell, but if you subscribe, make sure you do that. It used to be that YouTube would do that, just so everyone knows that until recently they made a change to where you now have to ring that little bell, or we say ring the bell. Have to hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button, so that you get notifications on when new videos are released. So if you all enjoy that, watching our content, make sure you do ring that bell, or click on it. That's important, so you get updated. And then let's see what else. Don't be shy, folks, to leave comments. We love it. Again, just be nice. We don't mind somebody challenging our point of view, though, at all. And there was something else I wanted to say in the same vein of it's irrelevant, I guess. You have to forgive me, I'm tired. I had a good friend come over today. We did martial art training. I have another YouTube channel. We were shooting video for that. I made sure the ting is tinged. There you go. Yeah. So the I'm reading the comment there. So we were shooting martial art videos today, and then so I have a YouTube channel that has many more subscribers. I have two for the same for the same company. One has over 6,000 subscribers. The other has 150. And the difference is that YouTube won't let us into the one that has over 6,000 subscribers. Since we've had that channel, I've gained 1,500 subscribers since I haven't been able to get in the channel anymore, and I've only gained 150 on the new channel, which is killing me. It drives me nuts, and I have no way to let those folks know that are subscribed on the other channel to switch. So it's frustrating. But I was shooting video and then editing it and releasing video on that channel, so it's been a long day. So I apologize. So anyway, any questions? Anything else they all have? Oh, yeah, we wish you had been here too, Adam. It's always good to have everybody here. We live about an hour and a half away from all of our friends and family now. We moved, and so we have a lot of real close friends and family and whatnot that we're kind of sad to be that far away from. But hopefully we'll be moving back that way one day. So we'll see. But anyway, yeah, so we will look forward to doing this again very soon, and you guys may see AM there, who I will refer to as, from time to time I'll forget and refer to him as by his first name. You will probably see him as a moderator from time to time on this channel. You may interact with him on you will see him from time to time on our Instagram channel as well, because we need folks to help us with that too, and maybe even on our Twitter account, where in order for folks to get on there and leave us questions and whatnot. Because what tends to happen with Erica and I is folks send in questions, and our immediate reaction is to respond to those questions, and we want to do that, but it's rather difficult because now we're getting backlogged with questions. And so in order to get the questions that have been coming in answered in the right order, we have to take them in the order they were received. So that's why it helps for us to have moderators and for folks to answer and respond to those. Amen, brother. So Adam says it's okay for me to use his first name. I won't give away your last name. And Adam will be a guest on here on eventually coming up fairly soon, once I figure out how to do two different folks live streaming at the same time on the channel. because he's got a lot to say. Very educated young man in theology and whatnot, the Bible, and has a lot of important, I think, things to share. So you will see Adam on here as well. I keep pressuring him to do his own ministry, but we'll see if that ever happens. He's got a lot on his plate right now, so I don't want to put too much on him. At any rate, and really that's between him and God anyway. So, yeah, we will look forward to dialoguing with y'all. Please do make sure to check back often for new videos. It really does help us with our ranking, the way YouTube's changed everything, and like them and all that, if you guys do like them. And, you know, we want that interaction.
I hope you do. If you don't, tell us what to change, okay?
Yeah, Adam's been dialoguing with me back and forth.
Oh,
so,
that's awesome.
Anything else you want to throw out before...
Oh, I just want to say thanks for joining.
Yeah, we got
You're so awesome.
Yeah, we got one more person just log in, so...
Oh, hey! Hey, I hope you didn't think that we were going to go live much later because of a mistake.
Yeah,
sorry if you did.
Were you in here when I fessed up to that?
Yeah, you said that the time zone difference.
I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, it happens, you know. But I must say, I do like the imperfection part of going live. By that, I don't mean, not at your cost. Not that we want to put the wrong time and date, the confusion. That's not what I mean when I say imperfect. But what I mean is that, you know, things happen during a lifetime. And we are like, oops. But we want to show who we really are.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can do that more on live. So I enjoy that.
Yeah, the plus I don't have to edit video.
That's the real reason you wanted to go live.
I hate editing video. I found a cool new video editor, by the way. A friend of mine, Al Joseph, he's a musician, recommended this on his YouTube page.
Did you get to talk to him?
No, I just left him a message, but I saw this. It's called Hit Film Express, and it's free. It's free software.
Cool.
Just for any of you that do edit film.
Thank you, AJ.
So thank you, AJ, for that. I realized I clicked on it to show y'all and realized you can't see my screen, so that doesn't help. Yeah. Oops.
That's okay. That's okay. Cool. So we're gonna use it and see how that turns out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let y'all know how that works.
Yes.
I gotta close it now. It's gonna open up and slow down my internet speed. And there it is.
We can see it, guys. It's great.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Here, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Do this the old-fashioned way. So that's what it looks like. That's it.
Okay.
Alright, anyway, let me close it.
Did Adam have any comments or questions?
He had some comments, and we've been dialoguing back and forth, and I'm just waiting to see if there's...
That's great.
Yeah, you just found out we were on. I am so sorry about that. I really am.
Oh, there's my Valentine's cake in the screen, if you saw it.
Oh, yeah, that's our beverage.
That's our beverage. We got the cake.
Yep. So... Yeah, I'm so sorry. Well, if you have any questions you want us to discuss, Adam, we'll stay on. We don't have a time limit. We put half an hour, but if you want to talk about anything, we're here.
Anything you want to say to the thinking believers?
Since Erica mentioned the cake, go ahead and ask your question, Adam. I'll just be here eating her cake. Go ahead. We don't mind.
So good. I hope you guys had really good Valentine's treat too, everyone. I've been asking everybody, what did you have for Valentine's Day? What did you have? And I've been asking everybody about the Girl Scouts cookies, s'mores.
Oh, s'more Girl Scout cookies.
S'mores,
I know, this is like totally not biblical
This
topics, but...
Nevertheless important. Very significant. Very significant.
And by the way, if any of y'all have topics that you want us to discuss that I haven't mentioned, and maybe you don't interact with us on the Twitter account or the Instagram, you can leave comments here or leave comments below the videos and ask whatever topics you want us to discuss to make future videos for. Can't wait to see you guys watch me get married. Yeah, brother, we can't wait to be there.
Yay!
We appreciate you inviting us. I finally told Erica the kids are allowed to go.
Thank you. Oops. And I keep asking Sean, are you sure? Really? Thank you.
Because we know that's a huge blessing, because we know what it's like we have 5 kids, so don't worry, we'll be tell the wife they'll be sitting in the very back.
They're gonna behave themselves?
Yep.
Wedding.
Yep, we'll bribe them with treats or something to keep them good. They usually
Girl Scout
respond.
cookie?
Yeah, Girl Scout cookies. Oh, yeah, I cut you off. Yeah, Girl Scout cookies. What's the new flavor?
S'mores, but I don't know if it's new.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Oh, how should Christians, here's a good one. Okay, how should Christians approach holidays like Valentine's Day and Halloween?
With lots of sweets, obviously.
Yeah, with lots of sweets.
Obviously.
No, I mean, I think,
Just kidding.
there is a saying which is it's a philosophical.
Yes, that's not what you meant.
Yeah. It's not a saying. It's a sort of. I don't want to get into where it comes from, everything, but it's correlation does not imply causation. Now, why am I mentioning that? Well, with a lot of those holidays, Christmas, Valentine's Day, well, not as much Valentine's Day, but Christmas and Halloween, they get a lot of criticism, I guess I want to say, from certain Christian groups, and the reason being is that they tend to correlate to pagan rituals. But what you have to remember is that just because they may correlate or sort of kind of match in some ways a pagan holiday doesn't mean that that's necessarily where they came from. Now, in the case of Halloween, I wouldn't try to defend it like that. However, and Mike Winger said this, and I'm going to steal this expression from him. It was a really good.
Love Mike.
Yeah. If you're watching, Mike, pick up the phone. He doesn't know me, so I'm just kidding. But anyway, but you can call me anyway. Yeah, he's a fellow pastor. He's out in California. He does a great job.
Yes.
In fact, it was Adam who recommended I watch him
Thanks,
about a year ago.
I was just listening to him this morning as well.
Yeah. But what Mike says about this is, do you honestly think the 5-year-old little girl dressed up as a princess has any intention whatsoever to be worshiping a pagan holiday?
Or
and the
a
answer
pet
is,
dog dressed in Yoda costume.
Yeah, pet dog in a Yoda costume or whatever Can people take it too far? Yeah, in a number of different ways. I mean, particularly with Halloween, with the trashy tramp outfits for the ladies, and even guys who can take it too far in certain ways. Absolutely. Or somebody who I think is trying to be, when I say overtly scary, I mean on a level that's like demonic.
Dark.
Yeah. You do need to be careful about getting too much into the occult there. So I do understand some folks' desire to want to sort of separate themselves.
Yeah, and I think if one is called to separate themselves, there's nothing wrong about separating themselves.
I was just going to say that.
It's
what Paul said.
Did I steal that?
No. Go ahead. Romans mentions that too, yes? The end.
When does he say in... I really think it's one of the Pauline epistles, but I cannot say which book.
The Corinthians have it too, but I want to say...
Corinthians will make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's I always get the two, first and second, confused what's in their content. We were looking for a question somebody asked us online last night about... I don't know if the person may not want us to reveal what it was, so I won't mention, but it was in 1 Corinthians, and I kept going back and forth between the two books, the chapters, going, I think it's in 1 Corinthians, and I read the chapter where I thought it was, and I didn't see it. I passed, it's only like a chunk of 5 or 6 verses, and I passed right by it, and then went, it must be in 2 Corinthians. Boy, I thought it was here, so back and forth. Finally, I looked it up online, and I was right the first time.
Yes,
so.
And that is one of the great things about memorizing the entire book of the Bible, everybody.
Yeah. Let me see. So, buying flowers and chocolate next year. Oh, yeah, I got you. So Adam says, I was hoping to get out of buying chocolate and flowers next year. Yeah, it's really, if you have a personal conviction about it, then obviously don't do it. Don't just follow with what I'm saying. But all I'm saying is that correlation does not imply causation. So just because there may be a correlation between two things doesn't mean that one is actually causing the other. And so, particularly like with Christmas, I think people make way too big of a deal. They quote...
Yeah, that's a big one every year.
Yeah, and I see this with a lot of the cults that Eric and I deal with, or the non-Orthodox religions that really mess up the Bible. And most of it comes from taking Bible verses out of context. And literally to figure it out, all you have to do is read the verses that come before and immediately after, complete the paragraph most of the time if you have a Bible that has comes in paragraph form,
yes.
And then read the verses that come before and after that, and generally it starts to as you bracket out like that.
Most of the time, that's all you have to do to get the context and figure it out.
And that usually solves most of the problems. And I'm thinking of, in particular, the reason I say that is I'm thinking of a verse that people use to say Christmas trees are wrong, and that's not what the verse is talking about at all.
But I want to ask the viewers, how many of you are taught something like that and actually look up the Bible verse?
Yeah.
Do you usually get told just the facts like Christmas is wrong without giving a reference? Or if the reference is given, do you look that up? Or you just trust that person's word forward? And I think this is part of the being believing thinkers, is that do your own homework.
Do your own research.
Because you deserve it. Each one of us really do to know that fact, and we have the ability to do that, right? If you can get on YouTube and join us, you can actually read. So,
people probably think you're taller than me.
Yes, I'm a model. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very short, guys. And in case you didn't know, very short. It's just I'm sitting on a higher chair than Sean.
Yeah, most of the time she always looks taller than me, or as tall. And
yes, and I like to sit up, so it tends to make me look really tall.
Yeah, I have bad posture. I'm always like this because I have my lower back is injured from my military service, so it's more comfortable for me to slouch. That's why you'll see the cheat there. You see the pillow behind me, or I think I took the heating pad off. But I'm getting old. But anyway,
better.
So Adam asks, would you say that we have liberty in Christ, and that so much of what is taught today in modern churches is just a misunderstanding? That? Yeah, I would, Adam. Now that. Go ahead, did you want to...
You mean as far as celebrating things go, he means?
I think so, yeah. Well, and I think just liberty in general, and yes, now of course, and I know you, Adam, so I know how you mean this, but for the viewers that don't have a clue, let me add a caveat here. Adam would totally agree that we should never continue in sin that grace may abound. Amen. As Paul would say, God forbid. And in fact, he says there in chapter 2, toward the beginning, is that God's patience with us and our wickedness, and I'm paraphrasing. Erica knows the exact verse, but is there. He endures our sinfulness. It's meant for his patience and forbearance is meant to bring us to righteousness, right?
Yes, his kindness. God's kindness is meant to lead you to repentance.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, his patience, kindness.
That is Romans 2.
Yeah, Romans 2.
Yes.
And so, it's a great point that Paul's making, is that, when he's being patient and kind and forgiving with us, yes, we have absolute liberty. I mean, to an extent. Let me be careful there. But, God forbid, there you go, Adam. But it's meant so that it brings us to repentance. That's why he's being so patient with us. It's not instant punishment. So we do have liberty, but it is often mistaken. Now, I come from a fundamentalist background. When I think I can too. I can say I am too. Yeah, I think both of us did, and fundamentalist Baptist. I am not fundamental. Neither of us are fundamentalist Baptist anymore. We are probably would be closer to Southern Baptist, I guess, or just Independent Baptist with a Southern Baptist-ish. My ordination comes from Independent Baptist, so that's why I don't call myself Southern Baptist. I think doctrinally I line up with them probably more. But I'm not a liberal either. I'm just not King James only, if you can't tell by using the ESV. Yeah. Oh, so Adam says me too. I think I didn't know you came from fundamentalist background. I'm assuming that's because there's a delay there. I'm assuming that's what he's referring to. Y'all have to remember next time, Adam, to take the delay off. I put a delay on the chat so that thinking stupidly that we're going to have so many people talking on our very first live stream with
ambitious much.
Yeah. Overly ambitious. Yeah. That I need to slow down.
It's funny if it's faster to do like a Facebook Messenger chat or something like that, isn't it?
Probably.
I'm brilliant. Thanks for joining us, really. We love having you.
Yeah, but you do have liberty in Christ, and so yes. I think oftentimes it is misused, and Methodist. Oh, Methodist background. There you go. Yeah. So don't study, and I'm a little unprepared for this. So fielding any question at all. I'm not necessarily always going to have answers.
Yeah, I mean, we have our own opinion, but we want to be able to give you really good source and Bible references to
Yeah.
Answer each question. But I love that you're asking questions. So
Yeah. Thank you. That's very helpful.
Yes.
But still in the realm of being fundamental. So Adam says less fundamental than Baptist, but still in the realm. Yeah. And yeah, we were King James onlyists, and that's not necessarily fundamentalist by itself. But when I was first at starting in the ministry and studying and working before I was ordained, but working in the ministry already. This is back in the mid 90s. The women in this church didn't wear pants. Generally had long hair.
Certain music only.
Yeah,
right?
certain no drums in the music whatsoever. If there was any guitar at all, which was rare, it had to be acoustic.
Acoustic.
Yeah,
yes.
no electric instruments
Good
whatsoever.
old stuff.
Piano on one side of the stage, organ on the
Yes,
other.
And if
That's
you're
it.
into that, there's nothing wrong with any
Yeah.
of that. So
I still listen to a lot of
enjoy.
a cappella music. I love it.
I
But
love it too.
yeah, yeah. Adam and I have played rock music together, or rock-ish. Not really. I don't know. It depends on how you use that word, I guess. But anyway, all right. Well, we will let you guys enjoy your evening, all of you guys and gals, ladies and gents. And thank you so much for getting on and watching. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
I'm assuming there's no other questions, but we look forward. We will try to do this. We'll see. Once every couple of weeks. I don't know how often yet. Once I get rolling my degree, I can let you know how often exactly.
Yeah.
As we see how much time school has taken up.
Yes.
Because these are sort of like what they call mini-mesters. The courses are 1 month in length. And there's a lot of work due at the end of that month. So I don't know how much, beyond what we're already committed to that we'll be able to do. So we'll see. All right. So that is it. And hey, we love y'all. God bless. And we look forward to doing this again real soon. And
Yes.
expect that video on faith and what it is
Oh yeah.
coming up soon. Take care, guys.